We're now joined by Jourdan Wickliffe, a defensive back, or a safety, I guess actually is the correct terminology on the EIU football team. We were going to do this interview the other day over in Ohio. Jourdan's one of our Ohio natives, but I wanted to give him an opportunity to meet with some friends and family, which probably don't get to a whole lot of home games. So I guess, first of all, what was it like finally getting to play a game back in your home state that's probably not going to happen very often for you in your career?
I liked it. It was pretty nice having being able to have all my family come there and support me. You know, I had my grandmas there. I hadn't seen them for a while, cousins and stuff. It was pretty nice, yeah.
Now, you're from Columbus, and we figured out it's about an hour and a half from Athens. Being in that area, is that one of the schools, or I know there's several Mid-America Conference schools that are in Ohio. I mean, did you have interest from those schools, or did you have interest in those schools when you were coming out of high school?
Coming out of high school, OU specifically was recruiting me. They were, a lot of schools were recruiting me as a wide receiver out of high school. So yeah, they were interested in me coming out as a receiver, but you know, I committed to Eastern, and then a couple of days after that, then they offered and wanted me to come play for them. But by then, I was committed to be a Panther. So
now you talk about that. You actually started your career as a wide receiver. It's kind of one of those, I guess, success stories from a different standpoint. The fact that you came here as a wide receiver, they hire a coach, Dino Babers, who's an offensive-minded coach as a wide receiver. You're probably chomping at the bit, thinking, I'm going to get a lot of balls. And you make the transition to the defensive side of the ball. I guess, how does that conversation go for you as a wide receiver in that type of system? And I mean, I guess we know how it played out, but at the time, what were you thinking about? Do I really want to make this conversion or not?
Actually, I was all for it. I knew in high school I played safety. My senior year, I played safety, and I was all-state. And I felt comfortable enough that I felt like I could be able to make plays on the defensive side of the ball, and we were kind of slim at safety. We had a couple injuries late during camp, so I figured I could get on the field and help the team where I could, so why not play safety?
Now, the first game I can remember is you moved over against Murray State, and I kind of can remember the defensive coaches saying the week before when you had moved over, they liked the way that you had the receiver background, that you kind of could close on the ball. In fact, you could read. I guess a receiver maybe playing both those has a little bit of advantage at a safety in the fact that you're used to seeing the ball come out of the quarterback's hand and kind of can judge those types of things. And as the course of the year went on, they pretty much couldn't keep you off the field.
Yeah, I think it kind of does give me a different advantage because I think I see things differently than a lot of defensive guys. I kind of look at it as a quarterback, and I see the whole field, and I see if a guy is open. You know, naturally, if I was quarterback, I would throw that ball there too. So then, to me, that tells me, you know, should come down, make a play right there.
Now, last year you became an all-conference player, playing more, becoming the starter, playing the whole season. You come back this year as a preseason all-conference player, but a new defensive staff. How has your role, I guess, changed in this new type of defensive philosophy that this staff has?
I think now I'm more type of more in the run game. Safety's more needed in the run game a little bit more, and getting guys lined up, I guess I would say, like that, stuff like that, little small things.
Now, the other person I know we've talked about who their role changed, and they partly did it, is Robert Haynes. They moved him to what they call the wolf position. You've got another year. Is that a position that if you bulked up a little bit that you might move into that, or you think you're kind of a safety for the next 2 years?
I think I'm pretty set at safety for a little while, yeah.
Okay. Now, we also talk about that. The other thing that's interesting about you is you came in, didn't get to play the first year, and you're kind of on track to graduate. You're able to get that year back. Going into this year, I guess it's during this past summer that you kind of find out you had 2 years left as opposed to 1 year. Does that, I guess, takes a little bit of the sense of urgency off this year, but you still want to go out there and do good things?
Yeah. It gave me a little bit more room, but I still, you know, it's always got to have a sense of urgency because you never know. It could be taken like that. So, you know, you got to take advantage of every opportunity that you get.
Now, the Panthers are out there this year, 1-4, an off week this week. The one win is an OVC win, which is, at the end of the day, is what matters. You need to win the conference championship in order to lock up a playoff spot. I guess, what's the mentality of the team right now, and what's the focus the next 2 weeks as you get ready for Eastern Kentucky, who looks like maybe one of the teams to beat in the league this year?
We're excited for the opportunity. We're definitely not, you know, we're not backing down from anybody. We know everybody wants to come and take what we have. So, you know, this week we're going to get after it, you know, get ready. We got 2 weeks to prepare for EKU, and then I think we're going to be ready. We're going to be ready to go take it to the conference, yeah.
Now, we're kind of giving you a little bit of a trial run here. You're a comm studies major, want to possibly get into some TV broadcast. You get to sit in front of, they don't get to see it as a green screen at home, but it's a green screen here in the studio. So I guess aspirations after football, is that kind of the path you want to take, or is maybe there even some thoughts that there might be some opportunities at football beyond college?
Right now, there's the thought that I have a little bit of opportunity with football after college, you know, and so once my football path has, you know, made its way and came to an end, yeah, I'd like to get interested in making a little move to kind of, you know, communications on TV, on air, for sports type things like that.